guys, I'm back. It's Wednesday today, and I think I'm just gonna post my video after this day, but I'm just gonna show you guys what I made. I think Monday I made it, and it was so freaking good that I'm gonna make it again, but I want to record it that way you guys can have a meal if you're watching this. And also it works, I feel like this meal works as a meal prep because it is just a bunch of veggies, and I feel like if you reheat it, it's not gonna taste bad. It's ground beef. If you follow me on Instagram, which probably if you do, that's why you're watching this video, it's ground beef. I couldn't find grass-fed beef when I went, so I got bison, but obviously ground beef. And then I'm just gonna do 1 pound and some green beans, washed and cut obviously, but we're gonna cut that right now. And then I buy these potatoes. I get these at Walmart, and I get these because they're so easy to cook. I leave the skin on them and they literally cook in like 10 minutes. And the big potatoes, I feel like for me, they take a long time. And then carrots and some garlic and onion we're gonna chop up right now. And then this, norsuisa. I feel like if you're Mexican, you use it. If you're not, you might not be familiar with it, but it's just chicken bouillon. And that's it. It's literally the easiest things. It's literally, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 ingredients, and 2 of them you should always have in your kitchen: onion and garlic if you cook. But yeah, actually I'm gonna make my lunch, my 3rd meal of the day today, because I know that if I don't make it right now, I'm not gonna eat until like 7 or 8. I'm just gonna make a smoothie and eat a Dave's Killer bread bagel. Usually, since this is considered my snack because it's just a smoothie, I would just have the smoothie, but because I am increasing my carbs and fat this month, I am gonna eat it with a bagel. And I'm also starving, so, and then I'll eat again around 8 p.m. So I'll talk while I make this and while I cook. But I do want to talk to you guys about like your mental health. I got a little into it on my Instagram, but obviously not too much, just because, oh, I don't measure anything, by the way. Just because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people don't like to hear it, but I am definitely 101% supportive of anybody who does, because I myself would love to hear advice or just things that a lot of people don't talk about, because I've been sad a lot of my life. Okay, I'm adding lots of ice. So when I was younger, probably the earliest I remember, I was 7, and I'm never gonna forget this just because my mom talked to me afterwards, and basically I told my cousin that I didn't want to live in this world, and that's the first time I remember me being sad a lot of my childhood. And I don't know, I didn't know why. And now obviously, and I always denied it to myself, like until recently. I've been trying to heal myself and just fix myself, and I just don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be happy, and like I want to be myself, and I want to be a good mom and a good wife. And I feel like I was struggling so much on pretending to be happy that I was just making everybody's life miserable. So for a whole year now, I feel like I've been working on myself, educating myself on food and all this, and on depression. I've never actually admitted it, but I do feel like I have depression, and I haven't been diagnosed with it or anything. Like, when you know, you know. But yeah, I'm just trying to do stuff on my own. I'm not the kind of person, Obviously, if it gets extreme, I reach out, but I'm not that kind of person. I don't know why, and it's annoying. I hate it, but also I'm just happy now that I've learned to accept it, and I'm starting to fix it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that being said, that was the longest. I can't believe I'm not crying. I'm actually, okay. Yesterday, I was sitting in the parking lot because my daughters were sleeping and I was gonna shop. This is it, by the way. Peanut butter, flax seeds, some walnuts, and my protein, ice, and milk, and a little bit of water, just so it won't be too thick. Let me show you guys my blender. Do I know how to work this? Probably not. Let's see. I have to push that button. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's try this though, because I have a feeling it's gonna be good. The only thing that sucks about this is that I have to transfer it to a cup. In my NutriBullet, I would just drink it in the same thing. It tastes pretty good. Anyway, I was sitting in my car and I was just thinking, like, holy shit. But this happened gradually. Like, I've been thinking it since Monday, and I was like, I feel good. This whole time I've been on my period. And usually when I'm on my period, I'm super depressed. It's the worst ever. But I realized I wasn't sad, and I realized that yes, I still have negative thoughts, but I was able to like work with them, not ignore them, because a lot of my life I've just ignored my feelings, or I've just let them consume me, and I've just either been super sad or just naively happy, if that makes sense. And I feel like Wednesday, for the first time in my life, I felt like, yes, I have issues, but also I'm better than that. So here we are. And a lot of it has to do with food. So that's why we're here now. And I'm talking about your diet. And I think that's why a lot of my YouTube videos lately have been food related rather than exercise related. Don't get me wrong, I still want to get that booty, but my priority is my mental health, and food is just that for me. And anyway, so I've been talking, I haven't been doing crap. So, okay, I'm gonna chop up the onion and garlic first, and then I'll do the carrots, broccoli, whatever. So while I eat, I'll talk to you guys about, you know, the things that helped me the most. But first of all is realizing that you have an issue and knowing that you want to be better and do something about it. Like I said, I was very ignorant about my feelings and about my mental health, and I never admitted to myself that I was depressed. And I don't like to throw that word around because, I don't know, it's a serious thing. But again, like I said, like, you know your body, you know yourself. So I'm doing this very nonchalant, and it's kind of crazy because every time I talk about this, I cry, and I'm just not crying today. After you know you want to work on yourself, that's when the healing starts. So first you need to admit to yourself, realize, just know what you're doing wrong, what you want to fix, who you want to be, and educate yourself. That's the #1 thing you can do. You know how people say knowledge is power? Like, I never understood that until literally this fucking week. I was literally thinking about that this morning when I was cleaning, and I was like, holy shit, knowledge is fucking power. Because literally the more you fucking know, the more you can use that to your advantage and fucking fix yourself. I think what made me realize that I've been doing food wrong this entire time is sheer madness. Anna, my best friend, she sent me a podcast, and so I started listening to it. And automatically, right off the bat, I fucking loved it. I literally listened to all the podcasts because I was like, holy shit, like, I feel like all of this is right. Just because I realized that there's certain times in my life that I've eaten different foods and like I felt a difference, but I never really paid much attention to it until I realized that everything she was saying was so true. So I started researching, and a lot of the stuff I learned is on my Instagram on the highlights. I want to share everything I learned with everyone, just in case you're curious, and also it's gonna help you, so why not? She has an episode where she talks about mental health and depression and what you can do, and I feel like that when I heard that, I was like, I'm not gonna just listen to this and not do anything about my life. So as soon as I heard it, it's crazy. How one person can impact you so much. So since then, I've been doing everything in my power to cook more, to just know more about food, to just, I don't know, just, I've been eating better, and that's helped my brain so much. So if you're eating unhealthy food, fake food, that's all going to contribute to inflammation in your gut and your brain. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that the gut has a lot to do with every part of your being. So inflammation in your gut causes leaky gut, and then that causes toxins to be released into your body, which makes your brain inflamed, if that's a word. And then that's what contributes a lot with depression, especially if your hormones are already wired for that, which mine are, because I remember since I've been very young, I've always been super sad. Anyway, I'll keep doing this and I'll chop the onion and I'll be back. My best friend's calling me. I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to talk to my friend and I ended up having to chop all this up while I was talking to her because I didn't want to waste time. And I finished my smoothie. I'm just gonna eat this. Onion, garlic, carrots, green beans, potatoes, more potatoes. I'm gonna cook this. Once I'm done like spreading it, I'm gonna add the garlic and onions to it. I'm gonna add some narcisa to it. Probably a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. This is my trick. This is the way I know how much salt to add. But don't add me, because if yours comes out salty, not my problem, not my fault, okay? So, you know how it's all spread, right? I just put enough to cover the top. Not too much, but it just covers all of it. And usually, I'm always right. I'm gonna add the onion and garlic. How satisfying was that? Then I'm gonna spread it again. And then once it's brown, I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff in it. It's brown now. So I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna mix it and add the water. So there's 1 cup of water in there. And I'm gonna mix it and then cover it, and that's it. You're just gonna let it sit for 10 minutes and it should be ready. Better to underdo it than overdo it, so don't, just add the salt gradually. Don't add too much. That's it, that should be it. The garlic and the onion is key for every single meal, I feel. It just makes everything like taste even better, so try to always keep that in your kitchen. I'm just gonna cover it and I'll be back in 10 minutes. I lowered the heat down to medium, by the way. So I was talking about my mental health. I don't know if I said this, but food has a lot to do with it, and honestly I think it was mainly the oils and the hot Cheetos that I cut out. Rachel Shear talks about how a lot of the oils in like sunflower oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, those are not good oils because they're basically produced in a lab, I think is what she said, and the chemicals are just not good for your stomach. So you need to only be eating olive oil. So I've been trying my hardest to make everything at home. That way I know exactly what's in my food, and I try to do natural stuff, like obviously meat and veggies instead of like canned stuff, like too much canned stuff, or just instead of like getting like, you know, a package of pasta with cheese in it, like I put my own cheese in it, and I use actual butter, not like the margarine or stuff like that. You have to start cutting out all the oils. That's why I stopped eating hot Cheetos, because it's made with canola oil and vegetable oil. And then the red 40 dye is terrible for your mental state too, so that's why I stopped eating hot Cheetos. Besides that, I think what's helped me is reading. I do audibles a lot, so when I'm cleaning I try to listen to podcasts or audibles, and I feel like I go towards the improving yourself kind of audibles. So like Atomic Habits, I'll list a few on the screen. I have to see my library, but books, I've just been trying to educate myself on things that I can do to better myself, to change my terrible habits, like being on my phone too much. That is not good for my mental health, because I know I can do more, and just being on my phone for too long doesn't help me. So yeah, that's it. Your diet, which is the #1 thing. I've never been this healthy in my life, and I'm 26 years old, and my skin's never looked this good. I've never been this happy. So yeah, that's it. Sheer Madness, the podcast, and the books. Okay guys, so it's ready. I'm gonna leave it here because I'm not gonna eat yet till 8. It's only 6:30. I'm not gonna put it in those containers for a meal prep because I don't have a microwave. So I have to put it away once it cools down, and then just reheat it on the pot. But this is how it looks. I know it doesn't look good, and it's not, I'm not just saying it's delicious because I made it, but it's really good. Like, I was actually surprised at how good it was, and that's why I wanted to show you guys how I made it. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay healthy, my friends.